I'll stick to the screen as and when you continue with it.
Okay, okay. The technical team is able to share it as a PPT, so I think we can continue with that.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Next slide. We have already covered 2 slides, I guess. Yeah. Next slide. This is me. Just be there. Okay. So when I started learning, पहले मैंने सोचा था कि कितना ही डिफिकल्ट होगा यार, बच्चे भी सीख लेते तो मैं भी सीख ही लूंगी. But when I started learning it really, and as the time passed, I understood that this is not my cup of tea. During my swimming journey, I thought of quitting so many times. I cried so many times. But not quitting, showing up again and again, day after day, taught me a valuable lessons of my life. Discipline beats talent every time. Resilience is not about never failing. It's about getting up again and again, getting back into water, getting onto the road when the yesterday was very difficult. That resilience of showing up, getting 1% better than yesterday, made me go for so many challenges. So, next slide, please. So, not knowing, this is when I started my marathon journey. Next slide. So, not knowing how to swim. Can you start a video, please? This is a video, if possible. So, not knowing how to swim to competing open water swimming in Ironman was an extraordinary journey for me. It taught me that when nobody believes in you, you need to be your greatest cheerleader. So I clapped myself when I completed my first Ironman swimming. Next slide. Completing my first 70.3 Ironman in Duisburg journey and carrying our national flag at finish line was dream come true for me. This is also a video if you can show. This is me completing my Duisburg, my first half Ironman. And it was a very nice journey. It brings tears in my eyes till now. Next, Ironman journey taught me that it's okay to have self-doubt. When I was invited to participate in Finland, um, to participate in 70.3 World Championship in Finland, I wanted to do it badly because I was the only athlete from the central India who was invited to participate in that championship. But self-doubt almost stopped me from doing it. Before Finland, I always had my support system with me. But in Finland, I needed to go alone because I was invited, because I was the only person who was invited. I have never traveled internationally alone, let alone with cycle and all my gears. And to go to Finland, where language is the biggest barrier, because in Finland they speak only Finnish language. They don't know how to speak in English. So going there and racing there was an altogether overwhelming thought for me. But with all this self-doubt, I took my first step. I registered, not knowing what to do next. I just registered. And God, when I went there, it was an altogether entirely a different experience. I learned so many things in that solo trip. When I came back from Finland, I was a changed person. I was confident in a good way. Uh, can you start this video and just click it forward? थोड़ा आगे लेके जाओ उसको. हाँ, वहां तक के. चलो. When I was coming, थोड़ा पीछे, थोड़ा पीछे. थोड़ा और पीछे, थोड़ा और पीछे. और थोड़ा पीछे. थोड़ा पीछे है. I was coming and I just fell there. I learned so many things in Finland. I fell, I cried, I get up, I just crossed my finish line. And when I come back from Finland, I was a changed person. I was very confident in a good way. I know that I can challenge myself in difficult situation and can adapt to situations as situation demands. That one step of confidence over self-doubt made me clear in my perspective, richer in my perspective about life. As my journey continues, I realize that any obstacle could either stop me or teach me something. Instead of focusing on the hurdles, I tried to find opportunities in that hurdles. If I couldn't find the perfect condition, I created them. Like we don't have a swimming pool when I started learning swimming. We started cleaning the swimming pools. We put the chemicals in that. We manually cleaned all the swimming pool when we started swimming. So when the opportunities are not there, I tried to create them. I tried to find a perfect condition for my training. If I lacked experience, I learned. If I was afraid, I still carry forward my journey. When I completed my Finland World Championship, I knew I had to challenge myself further. So I decided to test the Ironman distances. Ironman distances are very daunting. Like it consists of 4 kilometers of swimming, 180 kilometers of cycling, and 42 kilometers of running in a one go. The cutoff time is 17 hours. So it was a very daunting distances for me. From Vidarbha, only a handful of athlete was able to do it, and not a single girl from Vidarbha had attempted it before. I wanted to do it badly. I registered for it. I started training. People often see the finish line. Next slide, please. But process before that often go unnoticed. Early morning sessions, tired body and mind, long distances often play tricks with mind. While preparing for my second Ironman at Tallinn, Estonia, my daughter had disc hernia at L4 and L5 and needed urgent interaction. So the practice took the back burner. Once the operation was done and she started recovering, the biggest question was whether I should go for Tallinn or should skip it entirely. But I know quitting was again not an option because my daughter and my son was watching me closely, whether mummy do quit or she continued it. So I knew I had to continue it anyhow. So now, because the very less time was left for my training, time was a priceless commodity for me. Time management became an absolute necessary for me. People often say they don't have enough time. I learned that we rarely find time, we make time. Every early morning workout, every late night preparation, and every carefully planned day was a choice. Managing time became one of my greatest strengths, proving that consistency is far powerful than perfection. Tallinn tested me at every step, from cycling to running, from cramps to mechanical failure of cycle. Everything tested my physical as well as mental strength. But one stroke, one pedal, one step at a time saved my day and taught me that we need to be in present. We don't need to overthink about future and we don't need to blame every mistakes we have done in past. We just need to be in present, focusing on the present situation. One thing I was not prepared for, next slide please. One thing I was not prepared for was that, next slide. One thing I was not prepared for was that sometimes success can be a very lonely journey. As you achieve things that very few people around you understand, your path becomes very difficult. There are moments when people often questions about your choices and you feel that you are walking this path alone. But I have learned that loneliness should never stop us from pursuing our dreams. Instead, it teaches to be resilient ourselves even more. Every race, every mountain, and every finish line has reminded me that our limits are often self-imposed. The human body is capable of extraordinary things, but the mind decides whether we even try for that. Every time I stepped outside my comfort zone, I discovered that I was capable of much more than I imagined. Today, my message is very simple. Don't wait for a perfect time. Don't wait until you feel you are ready. Don't let obstacles define your future. Start where you are. Be resilient in difficult situations. Turn hurdles into opportunities. Push your limits a little further every day. And remember that success is not about being the fastest and strongest. It is about having courage to keep going. Because the greatest victory is not about crossing the finish line, but becoming the stronger version of you during that process. Thank you very much for inviting me here. And it was a great time presenting this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you
If you
so
have,
much for
yeah,
sharing.
if you need to ask any questions, yeah, please feel free.
Oh, we have many questions.
Okay.
But thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. And I think as a woman, I relate so much to the idea of we're constantly aware of how we are perceived and how we can impact the people around us, not just through the things we say or their lives, but how we live our lives and what they can learn from our lives. So when you spoke about the
Absolutely.
injury and all of that, and how your children would be watching you became one of the reasons why you didn't feel like giving up. I think that's very, for me, that would be the takeaway, to be honest. But I have quite a few questions. Uh, yes, so Dr. Rakesh has said, thank you for the short and important life lesson. Short is really valuable, right? I think in today's time of multiple webinars, we really value people sharing stories in a shorter time, but so crisp and so valuable. So my first question to you is, uh, what what did this journey teach you that medical school? Because again, like you also said, there's in some ways they're very similar because it teaches you so many similar life lessons. But what is that one lesson that medical school, medical training could not teach you, but this journey has?
Yeah, this journey taught me to be in present. Don't fret about future. Don't overthink about future. बहुत बार हम लोग इसलिए पैनिक होते हैं कि कल को जाके हमारी प्रैक्टिस नहीं चली तो क्या होगा, कल को जाके पेशेंट्स नहीं आएंगे तो क्या होगा. सो वी वरी सो मच अबाउट आवर प्रैक्टिस. 4 दिन अगर पेशेंट कम आ गए तो वी गेट पैनिक कि कैसे होगा, पेशेंट्स किसके पास कम है किसके पास ज्यादा है, एंड वी आर जस्ट गेटिंग मैड. सो डोंट थिंक अबाउट फ्यूचर, डोंट फ्रेट अबाउट फ्यूचर, and don't blame yourself for, don't beat yourself for your past mistakes. Just be present, just be in present, focus on yourself, getting better every day. You can't you can't change the surroundings around you, you can't change the environment around you, but you can change yourself. So focus on yourself. Yeah, that I learned from
Lovely.
actually this journey of endurance.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That is a very valuable lesson. Dr. Shreyas is asking, how much time would you train every day, or how much time would you train in general?
I train for almost 2 hours in early mornings. My day start at 5:30 a.m. and I do my training at till around 8:30 or 9, and I finish my training till that.
Right. And then the other journey of running through the house
Yeah,
and hospital goes.
hospital goes
Great.
on.
Again, one more question. What motivated you to start this journey?
Maybe I was like, everybody is lazy in their youth, I guess. At around 30, when you are settled, you are in practice, you start sleepless nights. You keep binge watching TV for like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then you get up at around 7, 7:30. अब बच्चों को
Yeah.
तैयार करते हो, उनको स्कूल भेजते हो, फिर अपना डेली रूटीन शुरू होता है. इस सब में मैंने कहीं तो नोटिस किया था कि आई एम गेटिंग लेजी एंड आई एम गेटिंग टायर्ड एट अराउंड 5 or 6 p.m. और मैं बच्चों पे फोकस नहीं कर पा रही थी तभी ठीक से उनकी पढ़ाई पे, बिकॉज आई यूज टू गेट टायर्ड फ्रॉम माई हॉस्पिटल वर्क. आई डोंट हैव एनी फिजिकल फिटनेस एज वेल एज मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ टू कैरी ऑन माई बच्चों की पढ़ाई. सो आई started doing some Zumba classes and sort of things to get myself fit. But फिर मेरी बेटी गार्गी है, she is in running. So when I used to drop her to stadium for her running,
Yeah.
I saw that the people are running there, they are doing their physical fitness, they are getting fit. So I started running at the stadium with my daughter, and somehow I love that getting fitter every
Yeah.
day. Yeah, and I love that feeling. So yeah, it motivated me to do further and further. एंड देन
Great.
कॉम्पिटिटिव स्टेट, आई थिंक मुझे लगता है सारे डॉक्टर्स में वो होता है, कॉम्पिटिटिव कीड़ा होता है कि एक बार अगर तुम किसी इसमें चले जाओ तो यू स्टार्ट सीकिंग फर्दर एंड फर्दर, सो इट वाज लाइक दैट फॉर मी.
Wow, I really love that insight that, okay, you stumbled upon running because of your daughter. And obviously, I think everyone in that age starts feeling that we need more stamina, we need more energy. But I really love the insight that as doctors, we don't like to stop at बस थोड़ा सा कर लिया. We always are in the pursuit to do better and excel. So,
Yeah.
so amazing to hear that. Uh, Someone has written here, really inspiring journey you've had. Please guide us about the diet and dietary habits needed for endurance sports versus diet needed to be fit. Like, what is the difference and how is it different?
Uh, in general, you need to balance your carbs, proteins, and fibers. Protein is as such very important when you do any sort of fitness activity. So I would recommend you need to add more protein in your diet, less carb. What I did for my both Ironman and Ultraman journey is that I stopped taking sugars. I cut sugar at all. And I started adding more protein. It's around 1 kilogram per body weight, according to that. That was the only change I made. Otherwise, I love my Indian food and I eat them. Only the junk food is totally avoided and never eat
Junk
junk.
and sugar was cut down.
Yeah, absolutely. Sugar and maida basically was cut down. Now, now I have started going gluten free. I have started not eating wheat and rice. Millets, I have added millets in my diet actually. But
Great.
for Ironman, it was like daily apna ghar ka khana. The only thing I avoided is sugar and maida. That's it.
That is so doable. It's very inspiring and, very reassuring that you don't need to have like another marathon of different diet to,
Absolutely not.
complete.
Absolutely not. Indian food is amazing food. It is balanced food basically, carb, proteins, and everything. If you take it in a proper portions actually, and just avoiding sugar is good enough.
Okay. Okay, Dr. Pawan says, did people try to challenge you in your initial journey? I think what he means is, did they say, like, I don't think you can do it. How will you manage? Is that correct,
Yeah.
Dr. Pawan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens. It happens because I very clearly remember that when I was preparing for Duisburg, my first half Ironman, and I didn't know how to swim. People doubted me. Even my coach doubted me कि इस बार नहीं होगा प्राजक्ता, next इसमें देखते हैं. But then, being a person I know myself. So मैंने उस चैलेंज को लिया कि सर मुझे मना कर रहे हैं ना, मैंने बोल रहे हैं कि नहीं होगा. He doubted me. People in Nagpur, my group doubted me. So I started my training twice. मैं मॉर्निंग जाती थी स्विमिंग के लिए, 1 घंटा मॉर्निंग में करती थी. देन आई कम अदर जो भी प्रैक्टिस होती थी रनिंग साइकिलिंग की वो करती थी. फिर ओपीडी देखती थी. 5 बजे आई यूज टू क्लोज माई ओपीडी, गो फॉर स्विमिंग अगेन. 6 to 7 आई यूज टू डू स्विमिंग अगेन, एंड देन आई यूज टू अगेन कम फॉर माई ओपीडी. तो जब वो लास्ट मंथ था व्हेन आई डिडंट नो स्विमिंग एंड सारे मुझ पे डाउट कर रहे थे, तो आई डबल्ड माय ट्रेनिंग कि नहीं मुझे करना तो है, स्विमिंग तो सीखनी है, दैट्स द थिंग. तो या पीपल डाउटेड, बट देन द डाउटर्स आर आल्सो इक्वली इम्पोर्टेंट. क्योंकि जब मैं ड्यूबर्ग में थी एंड व्हेन आई फर्स्ट जंप्ड इनटू वाटर, इट्स अ वेरी कोल्ड वाटर, तो पहले 50 मीटर में आई जस्ट गॉट पैनिक्ड. मुझे लगा नहीं होगा यार ये, क्योंकि आयरन मैन का ना स्विमिंग पोर्शन भी ऐसे होता है कि बहुत सारे लोग रहते हैं और वो सारे एक दूसरे के ऊपर कूदते रहते हैं. सो फर्स्ट 50 मीटर इज रियली अ वेरी बैड रेस. तो वहां पे ऐसे लगा कि नहीं हो पाएगा, बट देन आई वॉज रिमाइंडेड ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग कि नहीं, सर ने मुझे बोला था कि ये रेस छोड़ देते हैं, नेक्स्ट रेस करते हैं, या लोगों ने बोला था कि नहीं होगा। आई वो ध्यान में आया एंड मुझे कहा नहीं, मुझे तो कंप्लीट करना है, सो आई फाइंड माई रिदम एंड देन आई कंप्लीटेड इट। सो या, डाउटर्स आर आल्सो इक्वली इम्पोर्टेंट।
So yeah, someone has written doubters can double up as propellers.
या
Amazing,
एब्सोल्युटली।
amazing. That's remarkable. Like she's also written, Dr. Shagufta has written remarkable, Dr. Prajakta. Hats off to you. This reminds me of a Marathi proverb. Nindakache ghar asave shezari. I
Absolutely,
think
absolutely.
when
Right.
people criticize you, it really pushes you to do better and pushes you. And amazing. We none of us could have put it better. Doubters can double up as your propellers. So fantastic. Another question that Dr. Dhananjay Asturkar has asked: what challenges did you face, and are you still and you're still facing being a woman,
Uh,
especially as a woman endurance athlete?
as such, starting when I started, yeah, there were challenges that like Chandrapur is a very small city, and nobody, um, no woman actually has ever run on the roads of Chandrapur. हमारे यहाँ पे लड़कियां भागती है बिकॉज दे नीड टू प्रिपेयर फॉर पुलिस भर्ती एंड ऑल, बट लड़कियों को यहाँ पे भागना इज वेरी, मैंने उनके लिए बहुत नया था, लोगों के लिए। मुझे तो दौड़ना था पर लोगों के लिए नया था, सो दैट वाज अ चैलेंज फॉर मी। प्लस बाकी तो ना, एक बार तुम इसमें घुस जाओ, जर्नी में घुस जाओ, देन यू डोंट हैव टू listen to all the peoples. You just need to focus on yourself. You just need to ignore all other peoples or whatever they said. Baki, there was a full support from my home, so I never faced any challenges as such. कि यहाँ पे नहीं जाना है, वहां पे नहीं जाना है, ऐसे घर से मुझे कभी वो नहीं हुआ। In fact, all my family members always encouraged me to do more things. So yep, I never faced that challenge. Like being a woman, I don't think I have any extra challenges other than because of age, whatever. Huh, like menopausal changes are there. So yeah. Besides that, I don't think I have any other challenges as a woman.
That's amazing. That's amazing that gender really hasn't been a hurdle in a very specific way for you. Fantastic. Next question is from Dr. Umesh Nagapurkar sir. How do you take out time for this from busy practice as a gynecologist and I'm sure like having to manage children and home?
Yeah, it's all about time management. Like, as I said, when you start any journey or when you have a particular goal, you need to manage your times. I have to cut all my night parties, night whatever CMEs. I need to cut all that. My social thing was all haywire, all cut down. That's why I said it's sometimes it becomes a very lonely journey actually. तो मेरी रात 10 बजे शुरू हो जाती थी। आई यूज टू हिट द बेड एट 10 o'clock एंड गेट अप एट 5 o'clock। सो व्हेन यू स्टार्ट गेटिंग अप एट 5 o'clock, देन यू हैव एम्पल टाइम टू ट्रेन। अब 10 बजे सोने के लिए ना, सबसे पहले स्क्रीन टाइम तुम्हारा कम करना पड़ता है। दैट्स द थिंग, व्हेन यू स्टॉप लुकिंग एट रील्स or Insta or Facebook, then you have ample time to pursue your dreams actually. So yeah, once you do that, then you have enough time to pursue your goals actually.
What I love is you make it seem like it's so easy and everyone can do it. That's just so good. I would be so happy if one of our committee members gets inspired. We already have someone in our committee who's run the Ironman and all of that, but a new person who does it. Okay, one more question. Dr. Pawan has asked, who do you think you're going to remember who supported you in this journey? And like, I'm sure a lot of people, but who would be that really important one person? And we want to know how they helped you. Like that's what Dr. Pawan wants to know.
Actually, Ironman is a solo uh, part. It's like a solo competition, but it's never a solo competition. It's a group participation also. There are so many people's helping you in one way or another. So taking one name is very difficult for me. There are actually so many people, my family members, my daughter, my son, my husband, my mother, father, they all inspired me so much. They all helped me so much. So taking one name will be injustice with another. With oh, no, everyone helped me a lot. It's a group activity, actually. It's never a solo activity.
You know how they say it takes a village to raise a child?
Yeah,
I think it also
absolutely,
takes a
absolutely,
village to
absolutely.
make someone an Iron Man. But
Yeah.
do you think that because you wanted to, because you would travel so often or you need to train so much, do you think that you relied on systems
Yeah.
like the helps, your relatives to manage various aspects of your life? Do you think that was an area that you worked on?
Actually, I started my training quite late at around 45 when my kids were quite old to manage their own schedules. So, in a
Okay.
way, kids were independent. Managing my hospital was a bit difficult because being a gynecologist, emergencies are always there. So sometimes night would be bad. And then the next day, my training used to get hampered. So during my first Ironman, I delegate someone to look for my night shifts. And day I used to do myself. Once you manage your time, then you need like it's a very small things like you said systems. मॉर्निंग में ओपीडी हैम्पर नहीं होना चाहिए करके मैं ट्रेनिंग के बाद आई यूज टू टेक 10 मिनट्स की पावर नैप
Mm.
दैट यूज टू गिव मी एनर्जी टू कंप्लीट माई ओपीडी टिल इवनिंग सो या दिस सिस्टम्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि हॉस्पिटल में भी एक सिस्टम सेट करके रखो कि पेशेंट आने के बाद क्या करना है सिस्टर्स क्या करने वाली है एवरीवन जैसे हॉस्पिटल्स में तो काफी बार सिस्टम्स ऑलरेडी होते हैं बट दो सिस्टम्स अगर तुमने घर में भी इम्प्लीमेंट कर दिया तो मेड्स नो व्हाट टू डू चिल्ड्रंस नो व्हाट टू डू हाउ टू ऑर्गेनाइज देमसेल्व्स तो लाइफ बहुत इजी हो जाती है एक्चुअली एंड इवन
Okay,
फॉर
now I
अस
have,
yeah,
no, go
that
ahead.
10-minute naps used to help me so much for my rest of the day. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Lovely. Very happy to know that. Now, I have two questions, particularly from my side. One is I want to know that what helped you? Well, like, I'm sure the meaning of endurance is to be able to endure, right? So all your competitions meant that at some point your body would go like, I want to give up. So we know that one thing that every time someone said nahi hone wala, you used it to force yourself to do better. But what else did you do when your body wanted to stop but you still continued?
yeah, this happens so many times with me, specifically in Tallinn when I had cramps. Um, you need like कुछ ना मंत्रास होते हैं like my every time when I go for race मेरी बेटी बोलती थी मम्मी नाक नहीं कटा के आना है कंप्लीट करके आना है सो या दैट यूज टू गिव मी ये छोटे छोटे मंत्रास रहते थे प्लस ट्रेनिंग में जब तुम ट्रेनिंग करते हो तो इवन इन ट्रेनिंग तुम बहुत बार ऐसे लगता है कि नहीं यार रुक जाओ करके बट देन यू जस्ट कैरी फॉरवर्ड एक जैसे रोड पे रन करते हैं तो इस पेड़ से उस पेड़ तक के पहुंचना है यार सिंपल टारगेट
Hmm.
रखते हैं
Hmm.
इवन इन रेस आई यूज टू डू दैट कि एक
Hmm.
जैसे मैराथन्स में एट स्टेशन होते हैं तो एक
Right.
एड स्टेशन से सेकंड एड स्टेशन तक के पहुंचना है डोंट थिंक मच फर्दर जस्ट एक एड स्टेशन से सेकंड एड स्टेशन तक पहुंचना है सो टैलिन में
Right.
ये मैंने बहुत कहते कि वन लुक लेट्स कंप्लीट क्योंकि साइकिलिंग के वक्त आई हैड बैड क्रैम्प्स मैंने साइकिलिंग के एक पॉइंट पे मुझे ऐसे लगा था कि यार अभी साइकिलिंग नहीं होगी और साइकिलिंग होगी तो रन कैसे हो पाएगा इतने क्रैम्प के बाद फुल मैराथन कैसे कर पाएंगे बट देन एट दैट टाइम खुद को मैंने रोका था कि नहीं अभी साइकिलिंग कर रहे हैं ना तो लेट्स फोकस ऑन साइकिलिंग लेट्स कंप्लीट दिस साइकिलिंग एंड देन वी विल थिंक ऑफ रनिंग व्हाट टू क्या करना है करके सो आई जस्ट कंप्लीटेड माई साइकिलिंग फिर रनिंग में भी यही सोचा था कि यार फर्स्ट लुक कंप्लीट करना है उसके बाद सेकेंड लुक का सोचेंगे सो बी इन अ प्रेजेंट हेल्प मी अ लॉट एंड दैट्स
Right.
आई डू इन एवरी रेस कुछ कुछ ना कुछ मंत्रास होते हैं नॉर्मली आई रीड बुक्स
Hmm.
तो बुक्स में से कुछ तो एक पॉइंट में उठाती हूँ जो मुझे नेक्स्ट रेस के लिए हेल्प करता है सो दैट बिकम्स माय मंत्रा फॉर दैट रेस एक्चुअली
Right. Right. So you set micro goals, right? So when you were in a competition, you didn't look at the whole like, okay, let me finish the task on hand. Lovely.
नो
So someone has asked, Dr. Shreya has asked, what gives up first, the body or the brain?
बॉडी मैंने एक्चुअली बॉडी नहीं देती है माइंड ही देता है बट देन माइंड इज अगेन अ मसल। तुम उसको जितना ट्रेन करोगे माइंड को उतना वो ठीक रहेगा। पहले तो माइंड ही बोलना शुरू करता है कि नहीं होगा या नहीं होगा, एंड दैट सम पॉइंट फिर बॉडी भी धीरे धीरे टूटने लगती है। पर इफ यू ट्रेन योर माइंड फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन, और ये सिचुएशन हर रेस में आती ही आती है कि एट वन पॉइंट योर माइंड स्टार्ट सेइंग नहीं होगा यार अभी, बट देन इंस्टेड ऑफ गोइंग इनटू दैट नेगेटिव स्पाइरल यू नीड टू फोकस ऑन अ पॉजिटिव थिंग्स। तो माइंड
Okay.
पहले जाता है पर माइंड ही उसको वापस लेके आता है।
Right. Great. Very happy to know that. Very happy to hear all these insights and learn it from the horse's mouth. किताबों में पढ़ा, किसी और से सुना, but हम यहाँ पे खुद सुन रहे हैं, so it's very different. Now, if there are no other questions, I have one last question that's particularly for you as a doctor and as an endurance athlete. So, as a practicing sports psychiatrist, just 3 4 days back, I was seeing an athlete going for a championship, traveling tonight for a championship to China, has been having anxiety for a very long time. Went to a sports psychologist and then a clinical psychologist. They all felt that the anxiety is too high. He needs pharmacotherapeutic intervention. तो फिर मेरे पास आए एथलीट, उनको मैंने दवाई लिख के दी, बिकॉज क्लियरली बहुत महीनों से थी, सेटल नहीं हो रहा था, सब कुछ कर चुके थे. I got a call just before the webinar was to begin that मैम, सब बात करने के बाद भी मुझे थोड़ा सेकंड थॉट्स आ रहे थे, थोड़ा डाउट्स आ रहा था दवाइयों का, तो मैंने नहीं शुरू की. ठीक है, एंड देन नाउ दे आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट राइट ड्यूरिंग द कंपटीशन. So my question to you first, as a doctor, as an obstetrician, uh, if someone comes to you, an athlete comes to you with any kind of complaints that you feel कि ये थोड़ा ज्यादा हो रहा है, शायद दवाइयां लेनी पड़ेंगी, just as a doctor, how comfortable are you asking an athlete to meet a psychiatrist? And let's say someone comes to you and tells you कि मैं मिला और उन्होंने दवाइयां शुरू करी है, how comfortable and confident do you feel in that whole process?
आई डोंट नो एक्चुअली ना, एंड्योरेंस स्पोर्ट्स या कोई भी कंपटीशन एंजाइटी तो रहती है, बट देन अगेन इट्स अ, एज आई से, इट्स अ माइंड गेम. एक्चुअली यू नीड टू ट्रेन योर माइंड. अगर तुम कितना भी टैबलेट लोगे और माइंड उस टाइम तक के काम रहेगा, बट अगेन इफ द सिचुएशन अराइजेस, कंपटीशन स्टार्ट होने तक के रहेगा, बट कंपटीशन कभी तुम्हारे हिसाब से नहीं चलती है. यू कांट ऑर्गेनाइज योर सराउंडिंग्स. सराउंडिंग्स में आगे पीछे होने वाला है. यू डोंट नो योर कॉम्पिटिटर्स कैसे है, हेडविंड्स होने वाले हैं, टेलविंड्स रहने वाला है. जैसे आयरन मैन में यू नेवर नो कि सी कितना रफ रहने वाला है, साइकिलिंग कैसे जाने वाली है, रनिंग में कैसे जाने वाला है. सो इवन if someone takes medicine, it will not help in a long run. You need to train your mind. That's the most important thing. और मैं अपने लिए क्या करती हूँ ना, जैसे पीपल आस्क मी कि तुमको एंजाइटी नहीं होती है क्या स्टार्टिंग में, क्योंकि वहां पे हजारों लोग होते हैं, ऑलमोस्ट 800 900 पीपल्स आर देयर फॉर फुल आयरन मैन. तो हमेशा पता रहता है कि स्विमिंग के स्टार्ट में प्रॉब्लम होने वाला है. तो डोंट यू गेट एन एंजाइटी अटैक और अ पैनिक अटैक. लॉट ऑफ पीपल्स गेट पैनिक अटैक. बट उस टाइम पे मेरी सोच ये होती है कि जितना मुझे करना है, 100% देना है, वो मैंने प्रैक्टिस में दिया है. अभी इसके आगे मुझे करने लायक कुछ नहीं है. आई जस्ट नीड टू इम्प्लीमेंट इट. जो मैंने अब तक के प्रैक्टिस में किया है वो मुझे यहाँ पे सिर्फ इम्प्लीमेंट करना है. पैनिक होके या एंजाइटी में जाके आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू अचीव एनीथिंग. सो लकीली टच वुड, अभी तक के मुझे रेस स्टार्ट में कभी पैनिक या एंजाइटी नहीं आया, बिकॉज एट द बैक ऑफ द माइंड आई नो आई हैव गिवन माई 100% in my practice, so I don't need to fear for anything. Whatever in my control, I will do that. Other things are not in my control, so I'm not going to change it.
Great. So this is exactly how one can avoid anxiety actually. Just focusing on the factors in your control and not focusing on what is not in your control. But there's one more question that Dr. Anant has asked. What's the extreme and the hardest situation you have faced in an Ironman race?
Uh, in Tallinn, I had cramps. That was one thing. Even but in Finland, this is a physical thing in Tallinn which I got, that I had cramps and I can't walk, and then there was a mechanical failure with my cycle. These are all physical things. But in Finland, I had a different situation. मैं एक गोल सेट करके गई थी कि मुझे इतने टाइम में इतना खत्म करना है. एंड व्हेन आई अंडरस्टूड दैट कि साइकिलिंग में मेरा ये गोल नहीं हो पाएगा, then I lost all my enthusiasm और my mental वो कि यार छोड़ देते हैं रेस करके, एंड उस टाइम पे फिर से वापस आना रेस में was the biggest challenge for me, क्योंकि जब तुम गोल सेट करते हो और तुमको दिखता है कि वो नहीं हो पा रहा है, तो जो डिप्रेशन तो नहीं बोलूंगी, पर जो एक डिस्पेयर हो जाता है कि नहीं यार अभी क्या ही करना है, क्यों करना है करके, बट अगेन गेटिंग बैक फ्रॉम दैट was a very difficult challenge for me.
So my follow-up question is, how did you get back from that?
Again, you just need to focus on that present situation. That's the thing you can do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can't change the surroundings. That's the thing. Once you learn that you can't control over the other things, and you just need to focus on yourself, you get through it.
It gets easier. So there's another question that Dr. Anant has asked. Do you feel that setting a goal puts unnecessary pressure on the athlete?
Absolutely, absolutely. You just need to focus on the process and love the process. Results are not in your hand. You need to be confident that everything will fall in place. Just need to focus on the process.
Lovely. Dr. Prajakta, you gave us such a short presentation, which was amazing because we could all give our 100% attention to it. That ended at 9 o'clock, and I was wondering कि हमने तो 1 घंटा सोचा था, तो अब मैं क्या करूंगी? It's 9:25. We did not even realize how much time went by, and people had so many questions, and all of us learned so much. Any last questions from anyone here? Okay, amazing to hear Dr. Prajakta share her journey. Okay, kudos to her. So he's congratulating you. Any last
Thank
questions,
you.
anyone? Okay, I'm going to ask Dr. Umesh Nagapurkar, sir. He's not here. I'm going to ask Dr. Dhananjay Ashturkar, sir. Sir, if you could just have one last word before we conclude the meeting.
Excellent, excellent. I am so much inspired by Dr. Prajakta's presentation. It's very short but simple, very crispy, and very informative and motivating more of that. And it's about her journey. But last, I want to ask, ma'am, do you have? We need some piece of advice for fitness. Being doctor, how to handle all these things.
So you just need to take 45 minutes to 1 hour for yourself from all the 24 hours you had. And I think definitely we all can do that. So just take 45 minutes for yourself.
And what kind of exercise you will suggest, ma'am?
First, I will recommend
Maybe if
that
I
you
am in a 50, I am in a 50.
You start walking for 4 days and add 2 days of strength training. Any type of strength training, body strength training. If you want to go to gym, you can go to gym. But 2 days of strength training is important if you are over 40 years. And walking or running for your cardiac health. That's more than enough, sir. Every day,
Thank you.
45 minutes to 1 hour.
Yes, got it, ma'am. Thank you. Excellent presentation, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dhananjay, sir. And Dr. Prajakta, if I could share my mind, the most beautiful part of hearing you today has been how simple you made it look. How we all know how difficult it can be, but the way you spoke, it just felt like even if we can't become Ironmans or Ultramans, we can at least start something and think of greater things and think of just pursuing more and more, and we don't know where that's going to reach. So for me, the takeaway is इतना simple है तो कोशिश तो कर ही सकते हैं. So thank you so much for sharing your journey with us, and such a pleasure interacting with you. Thank you so much to the audience, Chairperson Dr. Shreyas, and Dr. Pavan again for getting us this amazing guest. And whenever an opportunity arises, we would love to hear you again. Until then, pleasure talking to you.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thank
Bye-bye,
you so much
everyone.
for
Thank you,
inviting
ma'am.
me.
Thanks to. Very grateful to have you on this session. For this session, maybe Dr. Sachin Bedi sir also. I guess. Yeah, he was also there.
Yeah, he was with me for first Ironman, first half Ironman.
First Ironman he was there in
Yeah.
Finland.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Sachin,
But after that, I don't think he has
Shivji was
pursued
also.
anything. But
No,
he still
after that
continued.
he started playing badminton and everything.
Yeah, I just met him. He told me he's into a badminton
Yeah.
sports, like not into this endeavor.
Mm.
It's an amazing thing to follow the dreams and follow the resilience. It's very difficult, I must say. अभी 5 किलोमीटर दौड़ रहा हूँ उसी में हालत खराब हो जाती है. Definitely, it's very difficult. Strength training definitely should be added, as you said. And everybody nowadays people are getting so much aware. But we on
Mm.
this part, on this platform for sports and related to mental health related we decided that to try to motivate as much as we can people to get involved into some kind of physical exercise or the activity. Obviously, everybody is not going to go for the Ironman, and everybody may
Yeah,
not
but
have the
still.
time and strength also. But at least if they can start something, it would be great for them and for everyone as